All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, my brothers and sisters over at YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Top of the morning to you. It's early first day of the week morning, and it looks like there's a lot of things that are transpiring and taking place in what we call Israel. In Israel, there's a lot of chatter going on, and let me go ahead and put this out here for those of you who are involved in the Straitway Truth Ministry. Anytime we have something going on like the verbal combat, hopefully tactfully, that's going on between myself and Yah'ki, be that subliminal messages or not, or whatever it is, let leadership take care of that. Y'all don't need to go out there to Facebook or the internet and chime in and start calling people things and doing things. Let me handle stuff like that, okay? The reason why that more than anything in the last couple of weeks that Yah'ki has come up inside of my mind and in my mouth concerning the ministry and stuff is because within the last couple of weeks, my attention has been brought more so to doctrine. I've never watched one of his videos. I did have him on for a live interview some months ago. I don't know everything that is going on behind the scenes because you all already know my lifestyle. I'm busy and focused on Straitway, and that's about it. However, I did watch a video of him and Malachi a couple of weeks ago, and they did put out a challenge to a debate. And I'm making this video here this morning telling Yah'ki and Malachi that I accept your debate. As a matter of fact, we need to set it up. Myself and teacher Eric Robinson, hopefully sometime in the future, will be able to debate Malachi and Yah'ki in a civil discourse, a very passionate debate. Hopefully that nobody withholds anything concerning this debate so we can actually get to the truth of what's going on. Now, my concern more than anything is the fork tongue speaking. And the mishmash of mixing paganism and trying to justify it in the arts of using, or I can use that word and be pure, of natural herbs. Now, teacher was actually just right. It seems like that there's a lot of subliminal messages being thrown out. I speak with clarity. I did this past Sabbath, called him a devil, and the reason why I call him a devil, I'm talking about a deceiver, because when you say one thing and you always have an answer for everything, the people out in the public may accept that answer as truth and stuff, but those of us that are informed, the answer is not sufficient. Now, there are people that are engaged in logical fallacies. Fallacies are common errors in reasoning. And those common errors in reasoning, usually what they do is undermine, and this is the thing that Yahshua spoke to us about. They undermine the logic of an argument. And what happens is, let's say if you bring up a point about something, what someone would do in a fallacy is they will turn around and try to make legitimate arguments or irrelevant points that has nothing to do with the actual true argument itself and practice the art of deflection. And that's what's going on. That's why you have to have, like what teacher Eric said, discernment. Now, I'm in the fray now because I had quite a few people in the ministry that was buying herbs from him. My Isaiah actually bought herbs from him once or twice, and I actually spoke with him on the phone. But I don't know anything about his doctrine. I don't know anything about his doctrine whatsoever at all. But when you start mixing Eastern mysticism and Eastern religions, and you try to justify the use of Hinduism and the use of paganism, and then you try to justify and then use the word and the scriptures, and then not only that, there's a spirit inside of you that actually comes against the actual scriptures and comes against what's written. That's where Pastor Dowell comes in. I think that it would be in his interest, Yah'ki and them, to actually stick with herbs and leave the teachings alone. So I cannot at this time, support, and neither can I have anybody in Straitway support them now that my attention is fully in this and drawn to it. Does that mean I'm going to stop what I'm doing as far as building Israel and going around? No, I got plenty of other things to do. And I'm not so sure that this debate is going to take place within the next a couple of months because my calendar is full. But hopefully within a year, we'll be able to have this thing set up. And myself and teacher Eric Robinson, we accept the challenge of debate against Yah'ki and Malachi on this particular subject right here. And you know, every place that I usually try to go and have a debate, I'm going to tell you right now, I have nothing personally against Yah'ki. I have something personal against the teachings because if your name is mentioned and you're accepted somewhat in the ministry and then you're going off, then I have to check that and call that out and bring clarity so that the people of Yah do not be deceived. Now, you heard teacher Eric Robinson mention something about a straw man. A straw man is an argument of an informal fallacy of having an impression of refuting an argument. But the truth is, the argument was really, truly not addressed, nor was it ever really, truly refuted in any way, shape, fashion, or form. And so we got a lot of dancing. And listen, I'm going to say something. Let me move up real close right so you can see me. All right. We got a lot of dancing going on. That's why I say Diablo, devil, forked tongue. There's a lot of fallacies going on here. Just because somebody gives you an answer about something does not mean that it's a legit answer. The book teaches us we have to prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. And that's what we're going to do. And so what we're going to do is we're going to hit this. Hopefully we can have this set up and we can agree on a place that we're going to actually have this. And now Pastor Dowell is in the fray. I'm in the fray now. Because anytime I know that the people of Straitway at one time is supporting someone and then they start going off and all these other teachings and stuff like that, and I know they were listening, I've already forbidden everybody in Straitway to not even listen to one teaching whatsoever at all because their minds don't need to be confused and because Yah is not the author of confusion. But however, they will be hearing what I have to say. But hopefully we can get together in a civil discourse and hopefully we can actually set this thing up. And we can get this going, and then we'll let the truth rain down like a heavy storm. And that's the whole truth of the whole matter is. But I can't have people being deceived, flip-flopping because of a forked tongue that's being given just because somebody give an answer. That's the same thing that Ron Young did in the debate up in Green Bay. He said something, he gave an answer on something with actually no proof. Now, just because somebody puts up an image and because somebody gives you a definition, that doesn't mean that is the true definition of that image. Just because somebody says something, that doesn't mean because they gave you an answer that they gave you a truthful answer. That doesn't mean that it's full of truth at all. And what we're going to do is test that boast. And this debate right here will either do one or two things. Again, it's going to actually catapult Straitway again, even the more so to the top of the Hebraic community, which makes no difference with us. We're already set apart from all of them anyway. And we're doing y'all's work and having a wonderful time. But this particular debate right here could possibly even destroy not only the ministry, but the business of what they are actually promoting out there. So, hey, make no difference to me. We'll see which way it goes, but let's have at it. Hallelujah. And I'll call up my brother, teacher Eric Robinson. I'm sure that he'll be willing to do anything that pastor says. But myself and teacher Eric Robinson, we accept the debate that was actually mentioned because I think they said something about that we'll debate anyone on this subject. So we come forth. Straitway does. Anyway, again, I want to end this video by saying I personally don't have anything against either one of them. I actually don't have nothing against them. My issue is fallacies, logical fallacies, straw men's, the forked tongue of a serpent giving two definitions when one of them really truly hidden and then actually not really truly telling you the real origins of where these things come from, and then trying to use them to justify it just because it's somewhat in the Bible. and twisting and warping and distorting the very word of Yah. So we're here. So make sure that he gets this. Make sure that all you Straitway, y'all listen to this. And at this time, I don't want nobody confused in the ministry whatsoever at all. We stick with the word of Yah. We don't challenge the law in that aspect and stuff. We do challenge translations. And I hope I said something to bring clarity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I got to get out here and get to work. First day of the week and stuff. It's going to be hot. It's actually been raining here all week long and stuff. And we got a lot of building to do in Straitway. So we'll set it up and we'll keep you informed on the time. And we'll keep you informed on if it's accepted. And we will go forth with it in power, strength, and truth. The King is coming.